All right, back we go. It is January 4th, Sunday night, going over some moves, going over some of these crypto ETFs on the market, not crypto on the crypto exchange. So I did ETHU. Let's check out SOLT. SOLT, volatility share, two times Solana ETF. Relatively new. This line down here. All right, so in April, you're talking this was 18, goes to 8. That's a good short right there. Then right back up. This is what you want in swing trading. You want moves like this. Doesn't have to be here to the moon. You want decent moves. Then you get a real big move. 12, this goes to 26, chops back and forth, then it breaks out all the way to a high of 35.30 on September 18th. And then this goes down, tries to make a move up. See, when these moves start to happen, you don't know it's going to do this all the way down. This could have broke out, but it didn't. It wasn't a breakout. Trend line down now, all the way down. This is a classic falling wedge from September. Down, down. It's getting smaller, the width. You get a buy here on my algo. If you see here, if you look back at a lot of my charts and my shorts, um, right here, this pink, that means either, short or long. You can see this was a short because we're going down. The algo didn't pick it up. This was algo. This was a short. This was a short. This was a buy in the algo. They thought it was coming out, didn't work. And right here, 8. Then you go down further to this low, 573 at 730 on this. And this is starting to come up here. I like how this slid out of the wedge down. You're going sideways. Now you have 8. I'm looking for immediately, and then we'll see if we get over 9. We'll go step by step here, 9. And then can we get up here? My, medium target here. I would like to see this. So this was at 6. I'm looking for, back here, this 12 line. And then I'm looking for about 16 to 20 right in this zone right here. If we get a very good move up here, because if you look back at my posts on X, a lot of these moves here on SOLT, XXRP, XRPT, I believe. I'm losing my mind here. UXRP. But the moves down here about 85%, the move down, the drawdown here. You're down 85% from the high. That's when you buy. So, this is looking good. Longer term, this might take in 3-4 months. I think we can get up much higher, and it's looking very good now. Weekly chart, you had this move down, and then you're at 398 stochastics. Look at this go sideways. It's doing nothing. This is buried. If anyone's not familiar, a lot of people are new to trading or not sure, maybe intermediate, advanced probably know this, but 80 at the 80-20 line on stochastics, this is oversold, overbought. This is very overbought. Extreme 90 to 100, 50 in middle line, 20 to 10 is oversold. Then you get extreme oversold, 0 to 10. So look where we were on the high at in September 19th. You were way up there at 80, what was it, 86 I just had there? Yeah, 86.02. And look what happened. This red over white on the weekly was a clear short all the way down. Now you're flattened here, very low. This is extremely low. That's when you buy. The old saying, buy low, sell high, and short high and cover low. So this has a lot of potential up here as we're coming out of this wedge. Monthly chart, not much to show on this is so new, but that's good at sliding out here. Let me see, where's Solana at? All right, let's take a look here. So this is FinViz. So you can see this move up. Look at this back in September. Down, each move getting lower. Draw your line all the way down. Draw the way down. We're out of it right now. So 136, you're coming up here. I like that on the weekly chart. This puts in a bottom. You could say here, look at this 117. Look at it go all the way here. Look at these wicks, and then even lower, but you bounce back around this level, maybe lower. But that's a good point right here. And then, from here, 117, 115, get a 150. You like you hit this 200 level, and then even high as 250 about. You can see that back in 2022 and 25. So big range in here, but You can see it come to these lows, even the high. So we're at a low point, which is always a good time to buy a monthly chart. It's very hard to see here, but you're putting in a green candle now. So that's on FinViz. Let me look at my other chart now. Do I have it here? Let me take this. This is on SOLT. All right, so here is my other chart on stockcharts.com. So you can see the move. We go sideways to up. Look at August. You're putting in the lows getting higher and the highs getting higher. 35.16 the top. And look at this. Went down, flattening out here. Look at this sideways. Very tight on the tags. And now you're starting to come up. Look at that heavy volume. Low, low, and all these lows. Even RSI was very low. And you're starting to turn up, which is very good. Weekly chart. It's a classic weekly. Look at here back in May. Draw your line right down here, break out. Another line, break out, big cross up top. Now you're going down sideways. 711 we're at. And on the weekly, you hit very low on money flow. Everyone was out. Everyone was in at the top here. See, it kept going higher, that green, this colored mountain. And then look at right here, 2307, very low. That's when you buy. CCI is starting to come up. Very flat on stochastics, extremely low. And let's see if there's anything in the monthly to show. Not really anything, just spinning. Now we're going sideways. So on SOLT, looks very good. I like to see this break 8 to 10 first. This big sideways up here we couldn't get by before. And then I like eventually, I'd really like I said before, what, 16 to 20 in that range right in here. And we'll see if we get there. It depends how long. It could be faster, it could be sooner. We'll have to see on this. All right, let me move this over. So there it is, sideways wedge. Now, coming down, this is a classic falling wedge on a long-term wedge. You're talking about 1 September, you could say, in that month of 1, 2. We're heading to 3 months now, coming out of the sideways move. The downward move, falling wedge now going sideways. And when you come out of a move here in a wedge, it didn't do nothing here. Sometimes it'll go up right away or loop down, go up. This one sideways, then went down further. That's why anything can happen. And now you're showing very good volume, and we're starting to come up here. So this is the move into the zone up here to 16 to 20 longer term. And we'll see, how long it takes. If this starts to move, little pullbacks, we just start to grind up, or maybe it's a faster move. We'll have to see on this on SOLT, but it's looking very bullish, very oversold on the weekly chart. All right, that's it. Please subscribe to Mike Heyman Trades on YouTube. Smash the like button. What else am I on? I am on Facebook, Instagram, Lemonade, Patreon, Rumble, Threads, TikTok, X. Let's do it 2026. Let's go.